independence, growing as a people. So you speak about being the first person in your family to provide that avenue for succeed, and your family is very, very successful. Now your sister just, she just got her master's.
Yeah, she did an MBA.
Yeah, so the Smith family, they're moving on up. It's a long way from El Dorado Park.
Yeah, no, we're blessed.
So tell me what triggered for you that belief, because obviously after varsity you got to do your articles and things like that. Going through the motions, what triggered that belief in you that, you know what, when these partners came to me and they said, we want to do this thing, we want to bring you on, what was the trigger that gave you that belief that, you know what, I can do this?
I actually had that belief long before. I had that belief while I was doing my articles, in fact. What happened was I did my articles at a small firm. Mm-hmm. Now the benefit of doing things at a small firm is that you're more intimately tied to the work than at other places. Bigger firms have a bigger staff contingent, so they can demarcate what gets done by the hierarchies. So people lower down in the line do remedial work. People with more experience do a bit more work than that, and then your partners and things are actually involved with client facing, getting clients, generating work, the actual nitty-gritty of running a business. Now when you're in a small firm, a lot of those lines get blurred because we don't have a staff contingent of 1,000 attorneys. Yes. Where we can demarcate the levels of work to be done. So in that instance, I was taking care of my own clients from day one, actually. You know, I had my own clients, my own files, where I had to run it from start to finish. So I knew that my ability to do the work was always there. So I was never scared of the work that needed to be done, because I knew that whatever you put in front of me, I'll probably get it done. And that gave me the insight to think that it will never be just enough just to get the work done, because you're reliant on someone to give you work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Who's that person providing you with work? That's the actual fuel to this business, you know, because once that work is done, it has to be replaced. Who's the person replacing that? So I started seeing that because I was working closely with the principal attorney at the time, who was also a single practitioner, and he was running the business himself. So I got to see behind the curtain of running a business and then the business of law. So you get to see it through all of its demarcations, as the product itself, the back end of the product, and then the infrastructure to get the product to market. So because I saw that very early on in my career, anything else was never going to be sufficient. So as soon as the opportunity came up, I felt like I had the skill. I felt like I had the self-belief that's been inherent since I was a child. So when the opportunity came up, it was a no-brainer.
We need more people like you. More people, more entrepreneurs. That's what they say. We need more job makers, job creators instead of job takers. And back to this Hive Network conference in 2019, Entrepreneurship Conference. You had a guide to business on offer that you gave away to everyone who was attendance free. And there was a very key line that you said, a lot of entrepreneurs don't understand the difference between doing business and running a business. Can you expand on that?
So yeah, the Entrepreneur's Guide to Business is an ebook that I developed over time. It's actually still available on our website. So at all of the speaking engagements that I have, I give them away. One of which was at the Hive. But every time I do a seminar, every time I do any type of speaking engagement, that's one of the value adds that's always on offer. Now, when I speak about running a business and doing business, I always bring everything down to its simplest component. That glass of water that you have now, you wanted a bottle of water, I have a bottle of water, you buy it from me, I've done business. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm running a business.
Yes.
Reason being is because I'm not anywhere within the supply chain of that actual industry. First and foremost, I do not control the amount of demand that I can supply within the market. I don't even know how much demand the market actually has, so I can't even gauge my niche within that market. So it just means that I'm doing business for the sake of there was a need in front of me and I took care of that need. But now that need doesn't give me any insight into other people that may have the same need, because those type of insights are part of running your business, to see how much of this need is there out there for me to fulfill. That's how you see how much market you have. You see, running your business is things like your overheads. Right now we're in an office space that's rental. We have furniture in here. People have to come in and clean. We have tea ladies who come in and provide services as well. That's part of running your business, is understanding what infrastructure do I need in place to get the best product back out to the customer. Because at the end of the day, you're doing things, seeing your customer first, and then you work back. Hence why you need to see what the need is that they have. So we check and we see what's the legal need that our ideal clients have. Because not all clients are good clients.
Yes.
So we don't take on every client.
Okay.
And part of running your business is understanding what is a good client, what is a bad client, what is our ideal client. So we do things that cater to our ideal clients. Hence the number of our staff contingent. Hence the location of our offices. Hence the size of our office space. You understand? All of these things go into the core of running your business, is understanding your customer, understanding their needs, and understanding what infrastructure and mechanisms you need to put in place to service them as well as possible.